Welcome to the month of September. Uh, it's currently September 1st, and we're coming to a new week in the market and also a new month. So, I just want to do a monthly breakdown on various pairs um, before we start the week. So, now looking at, let me just change this to, sorry, okay, actually, okay. So, I like using this candle patterns because that's what most people understand, or like most people are familiar with the candle with colors. I prefer the black. I prefer the black candles because they're more clearer for me. So I don't know about you guys. If you want to, you can still turn your chart black. So now looking at how the month looks from last month, we had I said we had the high above. We had a closure above this high here. Okay, these areas here. An area on the market where we've seen multiple weeks into, okay, and then we had a close above. Now, I was more or less looking for a bullish month, which we had and closed quite bullish, okay. First off, we reached into 1.32500 and then came back to close below this high here, okay. So, had a closure below this high here, and also looking at the support or resistance area, we have 1.31250 key quarterly area of resistance. So with that said, we know that we are still pushing to the upside, so we know we are still in a buyer's market for sure. Okay, now breaking it down on a weekly, we can see that last week we had a very bearish closure, okay, which was that rejection on the monthly that we saw. So that rejection with candle closure here at 31250 was more or less the weak area we saw on the monthly time frame. Now, and with this, with the current momentum on the monthly time frame, we see that we've had a clean closure above 1.3. Okay, so we could see price reach into 1.3 before continuing to the upside on the monthly time frame, which an area that also correlates with the high of the previous month, which is like the resistance area. So we might reach into that zone before we rally to the upside. Taking that down to the weekly time frame, we consider that area, okay, could correlate with uh, a higher low type setup on the weekly. Okay, so seeing that high there correlates with 38.2 on the weekly time frame structure. Because if you look at the weekly time frame structure, we're making higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher high. Okay. So unless we trade below this low here on the weekly time frame, that will not be more or less I will start looking to sell. Okay. Right. We are going to know that we are now in sellers type of market. But now sellers are in control of the market. If we can break below this those of support here. Okay, so with that, we can see that we're making a new higher high. Okay, so we're expecting a new higher low on the weekly time frame. And seeing the way last week's candle closed quite bearish, know for a fact we could still see the bearish momentum push price to the downside. So maybe we could still see price coming to 1.3. On the daily time frame, we can see that the daily had a break of. So let me just take out this Fibonacci. Okay, we can see that this daily had a break of, this was one from last week. Let me just clear that out. So we can see that the daily had a break of support here, bearish candle, bullish candle. Had 31875 there, which should close below. We tested. I think I dropped a video on YouTube uh, regarding the trade I took here and the thought process behind it. So seeing that, we can see that the daily is still very much in the bearish market because we had a break of support here. We could now see price maybe reach into 1.31875 before making that continuation to the downside as a way to make a new higher low um type setup. Now, um another thing we also have to take note of is the high of this candle here, because to me that's like the maximum retrace on this move. So because on the 4 hour you consider that area there is more or less a higher low on the 4 hour time frame. I'm sorry, a lower high because we're seeing um a, a peak, a lower high, had a lower low, lower high, now we had a new lower low. So this is a lower high area. So let's price trade above this region on the 4 hour leader now need to go long. Okay, on the shorter time frames. Okay, so with that being said, my current um, direction for this pair is still to the downside because the near term structure is still pushing to the downside. And we also have like the weekly, okay, confirmation for a sell because of the way we saw last week candle close rejecting this region of 1 to 500, okay, closing bearish, and also the daily clearing this area of support, which also means, which also um, more or less is the 4 hour breaking structure. So we had a lower low, lower high, lower high. So now we'll be looking for lower high. So uh, my Fibonacci will be drawn from this high because that's the lower high on the 4 hourly down here. Now, like I said on the seeing the way the daily is trading right now, okay, we could still see price reach into 31875, okay, which is very key area for this person that we have a support area there, okay, and also it's kind of like the resistance on the 4 hourly. So we might see that and then come back into this area, this resistance area on the monthly time frame that we traded above. So this area here would be like a target area, okay. If we were to look for like um like let me just okay, if it look like a key psychology where we can see that we have 1.30400 at the area there. So right here is the resistance that we have. Okay, so if I can see a short type setup, I'll be looking to more or less take this to this downside before any further move, especially seeing that the weekly is bearish. Yeah, guys, so that was my bias coming into the new week and a quick trade for early into the month. So, yeah, guys, have a good trading month ahead and wish you a good trading week.